Morning Board Game Show. I'm Sarah.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Kevin. And today we have a whole host of games, and we're excited to share them with you. And of course, you need to stick around at the end for a special music video. And you'll just have to wait to see what that's all about. But we wanted to talk about our sponsors here as we begin. We have WallZap. We will share a little bit more about them during the show, but you could basically hang cool artwork and your board games on the wall for easy storage and cool decorations.
Yeah.
And we also want to give a shout out to our other sponsor, Game Toppers LLC. We appreciate them supporting our channel. They upgrade your gaming experience, not only with tables, but if you're looking for game mats, we highly recommend you check out the different game mats. You'll see some of them on the tables today. Different sizes, different colors, different...
There's a lot of new art coming out.
Yeah, lots of new art. So.
And if you didn't know, these game mats can go straight in your washing
We
machine
tried it,
if you need to wash them.
That's right, and they work out well. So.
Even convention cred and all
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
It comes
All
out.
came clean. It was magical.
All right, I think we're ready for our first game over at the table.
Well, that was so fast. I've never been over here. I think literally in all of our shows, I don't think I've ever started here. I've always started on the couch.
Nice.
I was trying to catch up on Facebook and say hi to YouTube. Welcome over to the table, everybody. We've got Peacemakers, Heroes of War.
Horrors of War.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
It is the Horrors of War. We are
Those
the
are
heroes.
two very different things.
They are. In my mind, it made perfect sense because in this game, we are actually, the players are kind of the heroes. We are the Peacemakers. So we've got it set up on the table, and it's a different scenario every time you play the game. Not every time, but different scenarios, numerous times through the game.
There's, what, 6 different scenarios?
At
Is that what you
least,
said?
yeah. And in addition to the scenarios, you can obviously kind of play however you want to play because they've got decks that you can mix and match. And in the game, the whole storyline is that we are, these little dudes in the middle, who are trying to bring peace back to the terrain, the world that we're living in. And these guys are all the warring factions. So the ocelots and the, not parrots, what are they called? Macaws. Are going to be facing off against each other. They're going to be driven by their own little war designations, and then our goal is really to thwart them.
Okay.
Like we want them to stop. We want them. They're currently enraged. We want to get them a little bit into the pacified range, and our goal, if we can get both of the warring armies to give up the war.
Yes, basically to say, I'm not about horrors of war anymore.
That's
I
right.
want peace.
I want the heroes of war
Yes.
to step in. So in the game, regardless of your player count, you're going to draw 4 cards off the deck each round. We're going to split those up however we determine. So if he's in a better position to go attack than I am, we can swap out who gets how many cards. And sure, we can show them for public knowledge. I don't even know if you can see them on the camera, but basically, we are going to discuss amongst ourselves how we should move, who should take what actions, who should go first, and we've got a number of different ways that we can play these cards. So all the cards have abilities down the left side. They might allow us to move or draw cards or to fortify spaces or to trade cards with another player. They also have decently powerful abilities at the bottom, and depending on which character you control in the game, so I am the... man, they all have fancy
Is that
names.
a heron?
Let's go with heron.
That's a heron.
Sounds better than stork, which is what I was going to lead with.
Yes.
But if I have that character, which is why we might want to trade cards back and forth, then my power is more powerful. So this says flip the topmost card face up from any of the army's decks. But if you are the heron, then you can choose any deck, or you can choose anywhere in the deck, or any card to flip. So
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and let me just take an action and show you what it looks like. So I'm going to play my local contacts. I'm going to flip one of these cards to get a preview of what's coming later in the round. And then I'm going to know that if I discard the new right half, if it affects the same group as the first, then I can move them one down on their morale track. So that's pretty handy and cool to know.
Absolutely.
What would have been even better is if you had a card to do that, and then I could have used my card to flip any card in the deck, and then I could have checked the second card. So
and then swapped, yeah.
Right, because there's opportunities to move things around. And then I would finish my turn by saying, let's move twice, because it's always handy to be in the space with some other player so that I can affect the ways that they do their turn.
Okay, and that's cool because we could divide and conquer.
Right.
You try to thwart this side of the army and where we know that they're going to be advancing. I'll try to fortify this location so that no one gets killed.
Exactly. And
We really are the heroes of war.
That's what I'm saying. And I would have obviously made more intelligent decisions because it'd be better if I could look, know that guy's going to attack, and then move there.
Yes.
Type of thing. But it's all about gaining that information. What kind of cards you got? Anything cool
One of them is food poisoning, so it sounds like I can use subterfuge to mess with things behind the lines and whatnot, so I can make
that's
very
a great
overt...
illustration. He's like slipping a dead fish into their stew.
Yes. So we can do very overt things, moving around the field and whatnot, and then we also can do things in the background. And then there's this deck too, where these are horrors, right?
Yeah, those are no good. We don't want those. They end up hurting us most of the time.
Because being a hero of war is psychologically draining, so you might have a mental block, and that prevents you from doing some of the things that you would want to do.
Right. Basically, what's going to happen is if one army kills anybody from the other army, it makes our lives more difficult because we don't actually want these guys to die. We want them to come to peace.
Yeah.
And so if at some point this guy kills that guy, we add one of those to our hand, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
After we've resolved all of our card actions in the game, then what we will do is we will flip all of the these are like the battle plans for each of the armies, and so we will flip those over, and then we'll take a look at the initiative on them to see who's going to go first. So we're going to combine these two cards. The macaws have a 3.3 strike attack thing. Yours says roll.
We would roll the die.
Yeah, roll and find out what we got.
Okay. Yeah. 4.
So they're going to attack with 4. So they're actually going to go first. They have the higher initiative. And so basically we resolve what's on these cards each round, which is usually them attacking each other. Each ocelot circle attacks. So these guys all have bases that are that tell us which players are going to interact in the game. And so they would attack. We would come up here and see that F and G, which are the two circles, have a radius of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, so they're
so they are going to
hitting.
make an attack. They will attack whoever the closest enemy is, and then they'll determine that based on like clockwise order. So he's gonna attack this guy first because he's gonna come to him, and he's gonna attack this guy's closer. So these guys are both gonna receive attacks. They're gonna receive they can do a radius of 3. They can attack for 3. These guys have a defense of
5
and
8.
8. So they're actually gonna be okay. It looks like. Because they would be attacking 2 different ones. No,
Okay.
that's not their defense. That is their actual health.
Okay.
So what we would do is we would give them hits. So this guy would take 2 on D, and this guy would take 2 on B. And so we're going to track their health throughout the course of the game, and hopefully we're going to be able to, I didn't resolve the rest of that, if no macaw was defeated, which they weren't defeated, yeah, it's going to move down 1. So we've pacified them slightly more. And we're going to just keep doing that over and over and over throughout the course of the game until we can eventually wear them down to the pacify zone and win and find peace, which is pretty cool.
And I assume that as the scenarios go on, there's more complexity.
There are,
potentially
and
more
actually,
factions fighting each other.
Right, and there's a unique battle deck for each of these guys in the game. There's also a unique scenario deck for the good guys in the game.
Okay.
The game features 4 different. We've only got 2 of the heroes out on the board, but the game features additional Let me just throw that on
you
the
just
ground.
dropped
Additional heroes as well. Boop. Each of the warring factions also have custom guys. So you've got like these bears, which are pretty awesome. You've got I don't even know what that dude is. He looks crazy cool. Lizards.
Another ocelot?
Yeah, bunches of different factions. On top of all that, these are books, obviously, that we're looking at. So they've got different battle maps. So you're going to be dealing with frogs on the ocean, and you've got mountain peaks that you're going to be climbing, and deserts, and what's that, like the emerald forest?
I like how they have completely different climates.
Oh, these are interesting. All the frogs are the same.
All
so
right.
lots and lots of different things going on in this one. I've played it 2 solid times through the first scenario. I haven't made it to the next ones yet, but man, tons of variety. And I like the fact that you are like cooperating to work together. It's a different twist. It's kind of got that Spirit Island feel, like you are trying to stop the intruder type of thing.
Yeah.
And pretty cool stuff. So definitely check out Peacemakers from Snowdale Design. And now I think we're heading back to the count.
Welcome back to the couch. We are going to be showing off a small box game called Slingshot from Monkey Mind Games. You are
Let me just hold it still right here. As Kevin's slingshotting the game
Slingshot.
to everybody.
You are in charge of a spaceship, and there is a space race as we are going around different planets, and whoever can get around all the planets first is going to win. You are a pilot, like I said, in charge of one of those spaceships. On your turn, you're going to be rolling dice to basically meet requirements on the planet to pass that planet. and then you can continue on, and hopefully not fail. But whoever can go around all the planets first is going to win. And everyone has a special player
Who are you, Kevin?
card. And my name's Kevin, and my card is Kevin, which is great. Thank you for doing that, Monkey Mind. They did it on purpose, I'm sure. So Melissa's actually going to show us. We've actually set it up a little bit mid-game, but...
Alright, so we've added in the asteroid deck, which is an advanced variant you can put in. So beginning your turn, you flip over the asteroid deck, and if all of the symbols here match symbols on the planet, you activate it.
Which
They
it doesn't.
don't match, so that doesn't happen.
No
asteroids
asteroids.
are sometimes bad, sometimes good.
Yeah.
So I have 3 symbols on this planet that I need to match.
See what they are. They probably can't even see them.
Red, green, and yellow. So I'm going to roll that number of dice plus 1. So I have 4 dice that I'm going to roll. And it's sort of Yahtzee style. So I have,
You have green and yellow.
let's see. I did not match my special bonus
No.
for rolling 4 dice. So nothing happens there. I have a green and a yellow, so I'm going to hold those. And then I can try a second.
Yep. It's
Roll.
it's like Yahtzee. Hey, you got it.
So I have the 3 symbols that I need. I'm going to pass the planet, pick up the crystal that was left there from the previous person. There's no one behind me, so I don't leave a crystal.
Yep.
You can only have 2 crystals in your supply,
Ooh.
and you can spend them to do special
stuff.
powers.
We can keep going, right?
No, once you pass
Oh,
the
okay.
planet, it's the end of your turn.
Well, I need to roll 3 dice because it has 2 symbols there, 2 red symbols, plus I got the next one. So I need to roll 2 red. I rolled 1 red. I need to roll another red. Nope.
You do have 1 crystal. Is that going to help you at all?
1 crystal have 2 extra rolls, so I could try for it. Well, I'm going to spend a crystal for 2 more rolls. Whew. Need to roll a red. Got it. Whew. And then I made it through half the planet, and now I have to roll 2 blue.
And he has 3 rolls for
Yeah.
this set again.
I've got 1 blue. No blue. Can I roll blue? I did! Whew! And then I pass over this planet, and I pick up this crystal, and now it's Sarah's turn.
And you
Oh,
need
I
a
drop it.
crystal
Yeah, thank you.
All
to
right.
help the
This
player.
planet here needs red, blue, green, and yellow, 1 of each. So it needs 4. So I'll roll all of those.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? I forgot to
Uh-oh.
Oh, you forgot to draw a card.
I'll do it.
Wait,
act.
they do match.
What's it say?
Go back 1 planet and restart your turn.
Oh.
All right.
Poor Sarah.
All right. So
So-
I already rolled.
Well,
I
you-
have too many dice.
You have to
Wait,
3 dice.
Hmm?
It wouldn't have matched mine. You got a
all
red?
right, I got a red.
You got, wow,
Oh,
lots
I
of
got
red.
lots of red. All right. So I have
You're
my
halfway.
halfway. Now I need
3 dice.
I need 2 blue.
2 blue. Whoa!
Whoa.
That's like rolling 6s.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
So basically, you just stay here,
What's your
and
what's your
nothing
gem
happens.
do?
My gem lets me keep a green, and then if you fail, I can restart my turn.
You want to do it?
Sure.
All right, she's gonna restart her turn.
All right. So I need
2 reds again.
red again.
Hey,
Got
did
2
it?
red.
Okay. You know how to roll this red.
Evidently, I can roll.
All you need to do is
red.
some blue. There's a blue.
There's a blue.
So it's sort of like a 1 more roll. Just a blue, Sarah. That's all you need. There it is.
All
Woo!
right. I got to move on. And
Get
I
the
assume
crystal.
You get the crystal, yeah.
and I leave one behind.
And now it's back to
Do you
Mrs.
want me to go again?
Well, yeah, might as well play it correctly since I didn't draw a card.
All right. Red and yellow does not have that.
Yeah.
Although it would have been good. Skip the planet and gain the crystal.
Wow.
But, all right. So, just like we saw with the previous 2 players, I'm going to roll.
Oh, we probably
3
need to end.
dice.
This is the last turn.
I have a yellow and a green,
Yep.
which would give me a crystal, but I already have 2 crystals.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter. But 1.
There's a red. So
roll
this is your last
2.
roll. You did it.
All right. Now I need to roll the blues. You can decide.
Hey.
2 blues. So I
Yep.
have fine, but
you-
I can't keep the crystal.
And you don't leave a crystal because there's no one behind you.
But I
anymore.
could have another turn and auto hold any one icon. So I could spend those to do an extra turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna auto hold a yellow
Yep. And that's going to be the end of the game.
and roll 4. Oh, well,
Finish the turn. That's fine.
red, green, blue, yellow.
Good job. Yay,
Nice.
Melissa won.
So no crystal there, so I don't get a crystal for being the first one.
Yep.
But Lee
You
did.
understand the main concept of the game. Roll go around the board. You know, there's a little catch-up mechanic by getting crystals.
Yep.
So, which is
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, and each of the characters have a slightly different use of the crystals, and then on your very first roll, if you hit a certain combination, you gain a crystal.
Here we go. Back to the couch.
Table.
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 The table
It's hard.
count.
It's hard to do it when you switch roles. It gets crazy. How's everybody doing out there? I haven't actually checked to see who's watching the show. They got me working full time over here at the table. Hopefully everybody's having a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. We've got a brand new one on the table. This literally just arrived in the mail like 2 days ago. Kabuto Sumo. This is the Sakura Slam edition. It's basically everything from the original polished and finessed into this brand new crazy version. So similar mechanics. We're going to be trying to knock each other out of the ring. But this one's going to feature some new corner rules, which I think actually add quite a bit to the game.
Okay.
I think we're pretty much just playing with the base game right now, but we do have the expansion on the table. We've got some expansion cards that are in here that we're using. We've got the plushie. I mean, you gotta love the plushie.
Yeah.
And then this guy right here, which we haven't opened yet. I don't know if this is gonna end up being a giveaway in the future or if this is making it into the TantrumCon library, but this is like the deluxe super storage box that holds everything, including our new Lazy Susan edition of the game that automatically.
I like the Lazy Susan edition of the game. That's
It
pretty
is nice.
slick.
You don't have to get up and move. It does
Yeah.
everything for you. In this game, basically, each turn you're going to take your launching platform and you're going to pick one of the corners of the board to come into. You're going to snug it up nice and tight. We've got a couple starting discs that we can move, and we've got to push our disc onto the table. We can use a finger and a thumb, but our fingers can't clear the playing field. So I can only get in that far. And then anything that I manage to knock off the board gets to go into my inventory. If you ever run out of pieces in your inventory,
Okay.
you, what's it called? When you,
Seppuku.
no.
No, Seppuku's
It's,
completely
oh goodness, what's the word?
Seppuku's
Like,
ritual suicide.
when you choke somebody out, but you don't choke them all the way out. Submission. It's
Oh,
a
submission. There we
so
go.
you submit. Otherwise, you actually get the KO and you win it. And then also, this game features corners this time. That's not you, that's me. It's my superpower. Good.
This is your superpower?
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute.
Okay.
This game also features 4 posts that are permanently affixed to the board.
Okay.
And so each time you launch from a different corner, you get to put one of your markers on it to show that you've jumped into the ring.
That I launched
basically,
from there?
that corner. Yeah.
Okay.
And once we get all 4, you can take a turn. Once
Okay.
we get all 4 on the table, then we get a bonus slam, which is an additional turn. So we're trying to kind of be strategic on which corners we go to give ourselves additional opportunities.
Am I allowed to put this here? I'm not
You may-
because
yeah,
you have
yeah,
that piece.
You can, yeah, you can move it out of the way. It just can't enter the playing field.
Okay.
And then
And so you're the orange one, right?
I am now
Or
technically.
no, you're teal.
I'm teal. Yeah, technically in a 2-player game, I think all you got to do is knock out 2 other pieces. So it could
2
be,
other pieces.
Yeah, it could be you or me or
Okay.
not. It can be you. You would lose if you knocked yourself out.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to push this piece. Yeah, Kabuto Sumo! Oh, I was hoping I would get a little bit more.
Yeah,
All right.
All right, you did launch from that corner, so you get to add your corner marker.
Hiya!
All right, and then the idea is that I get one on all 4, and if I do, I get an extra turn. However,
Oh.
my power, I am the Great Bugbino.
Okay.
You've never heard of him. I've got a bat loaded up over here. So on my turn, I can remove the disc from this corner,
Okay.
and then I can take a swing with my bat, which is kind of crazy. Let's see what I can do.
You get to go all the way
all
in?
the way. It's crazy. And then that's not my whole turn. Like I still get a turn.
Okay.
So I can still also
So many
launch.
pieces. Terrifying.
I can rotate this guy around.
Okay.
Launch again. Now I got a big one. Let's see what I can do with that.
All right.
Take that one. So basically, we're just playing back and forth until we knock one of the other players' beetles out of the ring. This plays, I think, more interesting with more players because when 4 people are trying to do it, like we all end up teaming up on one person. It seems like.
Bam.
And all the powers in the game are pretty slick. These are the unique components. Did you unlock any of yours yet?
I didn't. I had to not. If I had gotten 2 pieces off, I would have gotten a giant X.
Yeah.
And then X gonna give it to you.
So some of the spaces definitely, some of the pieces definitely work better. Go for it. See what you can do.
All right.
They give you more control over what you're trying to do. I think his power also is that if he keeps both X's on the board, he gets another turn every time.
Yeah. So I don't want to knock that off.
Right. 3 turns into the game, you could be having super powerful turns. Some of them have like some pieces that go together, which is kind of cool. And as long as you keep them together,
Looks like
stuff
these
happens.
little B ones kind of scoop, so you can fit a piece in there.
Well, you can like unlock more and more of them, and then push multiples in
Hi-ya!
at the same time, which is kind of slick. The web is like if it's touching, I think your player or another player, your player, you get an additional push each turn. So that's just the base ones. This features all new powers as well. There's some expansion ones in here that add some additional bits. The board with the rotation is pretty cool. I definitely think it was an upgrade over previous experiences. So if you enjoyed the original, it's time to upgrade. If you've never played the original, start here because
Sakura Slam!
Great little set. Got a lot of fun stuff going on. I don't know if you can see any of the cards, but all kinds of fun powers, all kinds of neat. And it does mix and match with the original too, so you can bring players from the other one up here, and you can go back and play the other way. Actually, you may not be able to go the other way. I think there's like some icons. If you have the icon, you can't play it on the other board.
Okay.
Because I think it specifically uses the corners. But lots of mixing and matching and fun going on. And yeah, we'll have to bust this guy open and show it off sometime soon. Stick around. Maybe we'll get a whole playthrough in or something. I don't know. All right, let's go back over to the couch.
Welcome to the couch.
That's what it's called.
We are playing a game from All Play. This is like a super small box game. I'm not going to move it. Watch this.
Very good.
Super small box game called Fairy. They have a line of these small box games. We have showed off a few of them on the channel. Rainbow, Prey, Panda Panda. So they have a number of other ones. But this one today is called Fairy. Melissa, tell us a little bit about this one. For 2 to 10 players, it says it plays in 5 minutes.
So basically, there is a deck of cards. We're gonna flip one over.
All right, yellow 7.
So in the deck, there are 3 suits. The orange cards are 1 to 7. The green cards are 8 to 14. The blue cards are 15 to 21. Each color has 1 fairy.
Everyone hold their finger over the 0.
So
Their thumb.
we keep score with this card, and you do it so basically you can see your score, and
everyone
the
else
other
can see their score.
players can see the score that you're on 0.
It's fine.
What's
We don't need to
gonna
worry about it.
What's
Okay.
gonna happen
Yep.
is we are going to simultaneously kind of predict what we think the next card is going to be. We can say that we think it's going to be higher than 7, lower than 7, the same suit, or
That's
catch a fairy.
There's 3 fairies in the game.
Only 3 in the game. If you get it correct, there's a certain number of points based on your goal. If you get it wrong, you lose a point.
All right, let's see how fast we can do it. And
So higher and lower gives you 2 points if you're correct.
yeah.
Same suit gives you 4 points if you're correct. Fairy gives you 7 points, but there's only 3. So, do we think the next card is going to be higher, lower,
3,
same suit,
2,
or a fairy?
1, show.
All right, so we have 2 hires and a same suit.
Okay, flip it.
It is
That was
higher
a fairy
and
too.
a fairy.
Okay, so I get 2 points.
I also get 2
Sarah,
points.
you
Goes down 1
down.
point.
goes down 1 point. All right, here we go again.
All right, higher, lower, same suit,
3,
fairy.
2, 1. I'm doing down.
Lower.
Whoa,
No!
it's higher.
Who?
Lose a point.
Who
You
shuffled?
shuffled.
I didn't shuffle.
All right.
It was just handed to me.
3, 2, 1.
Lower.
It
It's
was a
a
lot
5.
lower.
2 points.
I'm back to 0, everybody.
I'm at 3. Melissa should be at 3.
3.
All
All
right.
right. Higher, lower, same suit.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Melissa, I know
2
it's
same and a higher.
Oh!
Oh,
This is 6.
Sarah loses a point because it is lower.
Lower.
Kevin and I gain 4
Ooh,
points.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 7. You should be at
7, yes.
as well.
It
Melissa's
was
copying.
a
She's
fairy.
just copying me.
It was a
Was a
fairy.
fairy.
So someone could have gotten 7 points.
That's true.
There's only 1 fairy left in
Alright.
the thing.
3, 2, 1. We're all going higher. It was
is
higher.
higher.
1,
2
2
points.
for everybody. All right.
I'm in the positives.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we're gonna reshuffle that
Why?
because I
You
revealed
didn't
it
shoot
and
it.
I didn't.
She didn't
Oh.
do it.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Higher, same suit.
Good job, Sarah.
Woo.
That was the last fairy, by the way.
So
There are no more
Sarah
fairies.
gets 4 points, Kevin and I get 2 points, and technically the game is over when 3 fairies
Oh, that's
are
the game.
right.
Look at that! I have 11 points.
11.
5.
I have a little bit more than Melissa.
So there's a
little bit more
variant.
of 11.
Yeah, there's a variant that you play until 15 points instead of the 3 fairies.
But you got to see the whole game, just like
Did
that.
get to see
But
the whole
yeah, there's enough cards for 10
10
players.
people can play. You can probably actually play even more if they keep track of their score.
Right, because there's no.
You
it's
can
just
play this
these
at
guys.
Tantrum Con in like a quiz game show
with
with everyone.
everybody in the
everyone.
room playing.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right,
That is
Fairy.
Fairy from All Play.
back to the table.
I don't know if anyone told you this, Melissa, but you had to come play this game with us. It's a word game, which
Ooh.
has your name on it.
asked about your shirt. Is it a Pokemon? No.
Or is it Grogu?
Tomorrow is May the 4th.
Is it a Pokemon or
Oh, it is the Grogu.
Oh, we totally dropped the ball on that.
I know. I was like,
Star Wars,
where's
happy
the Star
3rd of
Wars
May,
stuff?
everybody.
It is a day early. It's Grogu Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Pokemon. All right, so we've got Cleariosity on the game on the table. This is it's kind of like Boggle one time. So the way the game is going to work, super easy. We're each going to reveal one of our cards on the table. This is going to be the example round. The idea is that everybody, you at home can maybe play if we get this right. The idea is that you build a 3-letter word. Can't be abbreviations, can't be a name, can't be a short version, org, or
Okay.
whatever. And then your goal is to just find a word made on the cards. DAW is not a word, but just to give you an example, I don't know, is DAW a word? DAW, that's what we're trying to achieve.
Okay.
You can't overlap any other letters, which we wouldn't have done with this card anyway, but your eye can't it's not like it's the
You
top
can't do
one.
that,
It has to
okay.
be nice and clear all the way across. And so all we're trying to do is find that word first,
Okay.
and then the player with the most cards at the end of the game wins. If we can't find anyone, then we all agree, okay, we couldn't find anyone. Then we're going to reveal at the same time. The pop comes up, everybody reveals the second one, and all you have to do is find that word. It can be left to right, top to bottom. It can also be diagonal.
Okay.
So I am mentally stacking them.
Right, so you're going
So
pin.
So I could say.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but the A is overlapping,
no,
so that
okay.
won't work.
Your word is fine.
Okay.
It's just your word.
Yeah.
I also
So would I
saw-
just keep these?
You would. And So
Okay.
flip those upside down so you keep track of them.
Bam.
And then we say, unless we can give up immediately, or we could be like, I don't think there's one in there. All right, we're ready to reveal the next one, and go.
Alright.
Does it matter, like,
The pink is the top right corner.
but I could put it there, it
Pan,
doesn't.
yeah. There's no super order to it. Pan, P-A-N.
Oh, he got one.
If you're finding these at home, which I don't even know if you can see them, let us know what words you're putting together.
Hog.
Yep, I see
Oh,
it.
can
You're
you
right.
do it with
You
those
can.
two?
Yep. And
Hog.
so you spell the word. It's only worth 2 points, which is fine, but you did claim it.
Okay.
Obviously, there's not going to be a word on there.
You
Eight.
got-
A-T-E.
Oh,
no.
it's
I think
wrong.
I can't. The dumb thing is, I just grabbed the wrong card.
So if I went, ha!
Yeah,
I
eight.
can do
There you go,
it.
you got it.
Yeah.
And so you play through your entire stack of cards, and then when you're done, you count up how many cards you have won, and whoever has won the most wins the game.
Can you do names? Would Ted be a thing? or
Technically,
no?
you're not supposed to
Okay.
do. I think the rules say, proper nouns.
What about Bud?
Bud? Is like not a name; it could be a friend, right? A bud.
Well, or a budding
Or
a
a
flower
flower
bud.
bud.
That's even more legitimate. I was thinking the nickname, like
Yeah.
his name is Bud.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think there's.
I don't think we have
I
any.
don't see anything.
All right.
Can you go columns too?
You can go, yeah.
Oh, can you? You can
Up
go.
and
Yeah,
down
up and down, left and
diagonal.
right. You can't go backwards.
You
can
you
go.
can't. Can you go diagonal?
You can go right diagonal. You can't go left diagonal.
Okay, so top down. Okay.
Key.
Grr. Oh no! Yep,
No.
overlap.
Oh, if I had done it
Yeah,
that
but still,
way.
still
No,
technically
because
you're
it's
not
still-
allowed to have
yeah.
any overlap
Okay.
on the letters.
You're
Which-
killing me,
Alright.
Smalls.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
No overlap.
Do you got one?
I imagine it's entertaining to just see us making
Yeah.
noises with our mouth.
Right. These are words. Shma. Okay, let's do one more. Ready, set, go. Tough. Some. S-O-M? Sam. No, that's a name.
That's
Surface to air missile.
Yep. Also,
Yeah, there you
can't
go.
play initials.
so acronyms don't count
Oh,
either.
man, no. Wow, that's a tough one. I don't- Can there be that many letters and not?
Does
a word?
anyone-
Somebody at home? Yeah. What
Does
do you got?
anyone at
I know
home
you
see
guys are
anything?
seeing it. Are they commenting? We're moving too fast, probably. We need to go slower.
All right.
Oh,
I mean,
Ryan-
these have been on here for.
Ryan definitely needs to go
Oh,
slower.
you
He's
probably
winning
can't.
2
All of
points.
them.
Just this
Top
one.
left one we can't see.
Okay.
That would be
That's
the
not
one. That's the one you need.
Oh, we have more view up, not down.
Me.
Just the 3 letters.
Nem.
There we go. Oh!
Okay, there we go. So now the people
Oh,
at
now
home,
Ryan can see it all perfectly. I can't believe we haven't found a word yet.
but it is funny. There's just like a
Row
brain
2.
overload.
Row 2, is there a 5th card on the left?
There is, yes.
Oh, what is that?
It's the one you've been waiting for.
It's everything that you ever wanted.
No, still got nothing. There's no. I need like a top middle vowel. This is tough. All right. Well, if you
It's-
find an answer in the comments,
C-A-R?
C-A-R. No, this R is too low.
The R is on the bottom.
C-A, but no R.
What about the green R on the far right, bottom right?
Yeah, but it would be in the wrong spot. Far right, bottom right.
G-A-M.
Gam?
What about...
Slang for your thigh.
Isn't
Is it for real?
Right, yeah, it's just over there.
is that a C?
Yeah, it's a C.
There's no A on the top.
Oh, diagonal.
A.
He did it.
R.
Kevin figured it out.
No,
The X messes it up.
Yeah.
And the I.
And
it's
the
almost
I.
not even close.
You can't have overlap.
Okay, never mind.
Good
Okay.
try.
Sorry.
All right, if you find an answer, screenshot it. Let us know your answer in the comments. We will applaud your awesomeness. But that is Cleariosity. I meant to, is the other game over here? I was going to give a shout out to the other game that these guys have put
Or-
together. If
Yeah,
Ryan wants-
yeah, you
you
got
want to
it.
grab Scrambit real quick?
What am I? Scrambit.
Yeah, so Scrambit is from the same publishing company. They sent us this as well. We haven't had a chance to open it up, but it's basically memory, but spelling words. And so
Uh-oh.
Okay.
it's all the letters face down, and then it's like, am I
Oh, I
gonna
like that.
spell? You know, I remember where the W is and the A and the R. Do I remember where that T is? Should I keep pushing it and spell another word, or do I just stop where I'm at? And so I believe new cards come out, and so there's like lots of stuff happening, but it's essentially memory and spelling at the same time.
I think I would be terrible at this because I don't see things in my mind.
Oh.
So I need to write it down.
You don't have a
actually
visual
see
memory,
it.
basically?
I don't have that visual
Maybe
memory.
a word game
Yeah.
I can maybe beat Melissa at. Check this out in the future. But that is Cleariosity, and it's a nice, simple, fun game. We've played with our family. Like, it's surprising how. I mean, it's only 3-letter words, so it's not a difficult find, and it's really more of like just being able to recognize
Yeah.
the location on the cards.
Pattern.
So my kids do really good at this too, even though like I think my vocabulary is a little bigger than theirs. But when it comes to 3-letter words, like it's not
Goo.
goo.
I don't know. It is funny how, like, really with any word game, Scrabble, whatever, you just start making up words and hoping.
I finally found one.
What'd you find?
War.
Show it to us.
Did it. W-A-R.
Yeah.
Win. Can you see it on the screen? There it is. All right, excellent stuff. Let's head back over to the couch. What do you guys
What's
got over
Come
there?
in.
Thanks for coming, Melissa.
All right.
Bye.
At the couch, we have a game called Mythical Dice. This is from Yellow. I think it's actually just coming out to retail currently, or really soon. This is a trick-taking dice game, so there are no cards in this game. You are actually making bets on dice that you have. So Melissa, pull 4 dice out of there. We're gonna.
I will show the
I was gonna say we
hierarchy
should do round 4.
That's
Okay.
what we decided.
So each round determines the number of dice you're going to pull from the bag. So round 1, you're only pulling 1 die, but by round 4, each person's pulling 4 dice. Why that matters is you have to guess how many tricks you're going to win based on the dice that you have, but you don't know what you've rolled yet because you roll them
After
each round. So each,
So here's what
Yeah,
the
we could do something like that to kind of show the dice.
so there are 4 dice that have pips on them, and then there's 3 that have they're special dice: the brown, green, and blue will always be the ones down here if they don't roll white flags. White flags basically mean you're surrendering. But pip value does matter, so it doesn't matter what color is rolled. If the pip value rolls higher than another pip value, automatically you're going to win. So,
but the red dice have higher pips than purple.
Red has 5, 6, and 7s, whereas purple only has 1, 2s, and 3s. So, but grays have 1s and 7s and lots of white flags. So, that gives you a little bit. Trying to give them a little bit more. There we go. So you can sort of see them. All right. So we're going to each right now simultaneously put our number of fingers for the number of tricks we think we're going to win. Hold on. Let me just check. All right. I got my number. 1, 2.
Oh, actually, it's
Minotaur. Whoa.
All right. Sarah's betting 4 out of 4.
Yeah.
I'm betting 0.
Oh, okay.
Kevin's betting 1. We'll tell you
Your
how
balance score.
scoring works
Yeah.
at the end of this
All
round.
right, Sarah.
Okay.
We had to follow suit unless.
Well, yeah. Let's see what happens.
It's fine.
Sarah's picking which die she wants to
I'm
put into
going
the
to-
trick, and she's going to roll it.
It's
Oh no! It's a flag.
Okay, good.
All right. So she did a special die.
Yep. Well, so
I-
you can pick any.
Can pick
This
anything.
may ruin me.
This may ruin Sarah. Which color are you doing, Melissa?
I have a
3.
purple 3.
I'm rolling.
Kevin's choices are he either needs to follow the
Yeah.
purple,
Yep.
or he can roll a special
I'm
die.
rolling a special die. Hey!
Oh no!
I won.
So Kevin wins. The special die beats out everything
And
else.
I bet 1.
So Kevin does not want to win anymore.
I don't want to win anymore. Whew, there's my flag. Sarah, you have to roll gray or special. So you have to follow suit.
If you don't have that color, you
Yeah.
can do anything.
Correct.
You can always play a special die.
Hey, good job, Sarah.
All right.
Melissa
So I got my
I
special
have
symbol.
to roll gray if I have gray or a special.
Woo!
Thankfully,
Wow.
that's a
hopefully.
special.
All right, so
Gray is like 0, 1s and flags, and then that's
There's 1, 7,
Good
but I
job.
won that
So-
one because my special.
all right,
symbol.
can Sarah win 2 more?
All right.
We'll see.
because we'll talk about the scoring at the end, how that works.
Oh no!
Sarah.
Rolled a flag.
There's
only
on
2
There's
flags
only 2
in
flags on this,
On
which is
the-
fine.
I had all these special dice.
Special
I had 3
Minotaur
special
die.
What
dice.
color are you doing?
I have a 2 purple. Kevin does not want to win
I'm
anymore.
rolling
I don't
purple.
want to win anymore.
Woo!
No!
Melissa! This is going to be so good. Melissa
Uh,
did not want to win it. It's bad if you
I
bet
did-
0.
Well, yes.
It's
All
bad
right,
if you bet
so
0.
I have a purple 1.
4.
Kevin has a
No,
4.
I also have it.
I didn't want to win either.
Good.
No.
So no one got their bet.
All right. We'll just use an old thing. So there's a scoring pad that tells you what happens with your bets. So, no one actually made
No one
bet.
made their bet.
So no one's getting positive points.
If you make your bet and you bid more than 1, you basically get 20 points per bet. So if Sarah had gotten all 4, she would...
3.
No, she bet 4.
I bet 4.
You did?
She bet 4
I
out
did.
of 4.
I had 3 special dice and a yellow. The chances of me winning that are really
So
good.
Sarah would have gotten
Wow.
80 points if she had gotten all 4.
And she got 1.
She was an incorrect bet. So basically, no positive points, and Sarah loses 10 points for each one she is off. So 4
Sorry,
minus
negative-
1,
Negative 40 points.
Negative 30.
30, because you did
Oh,
get
I did.
one.
I did get 1. Yeah.
So Sarah is at negative 30. Kevin bet 1 but got 2. So it's a difference of 1. So Kevin's at negative 10. I bet
Unfortunately.
0. 0 is kind of your like all or nothing bet. Because if you get it correct, you get positive points equal to the round. I would have gotten
Times 10.
positive 40. Yes. I did not get 0. So I get negative points equal to the round. So I have negative 40. So this one round, negative 40, negative 30, negative 10.
I'm doing the best.
We would go on to round 5 and have 5 dice and
Yeah.
do it all over
Yep.
again.
Which I want to say about my bet. There's only 1 brown die, and there is a hierarchy of
Yeah.
these special dice. So brown beats green, green beats blue, blue beats, and if you can make that, you get a bonus if somebody else rolls a green and you beat them. So the fact that I had 2 green and a brown, and there's only 4 total of those dice,
Pretty crazy.
I was like, I should have won at least more than one.
Those flags, they're killer.
So the other thing is we would play 8 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So the last round we would be rolling 8 dice. If
That 0 bet is an 80 points.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you have more players, you can play up to 6 players. I think with 6 players, you're only playing like 5 or 6 rounds. So it does depend. The number of rounds will be dependent on the number of players.
Yep.
But there you go. That is Mythical Dice.
We had a lot of fun playing this in a big group.
It was those highs and lows.
Yes.
Of, I'm gonna win. No.
Yeah.
Flag.
A flag. Comes with a lot of chunky dice.
All right. Thanks for watching. We will. No, I'm kidding. We're heading to the wall.
All right, I'm coming at you with my 5 conventions that are coming up where you can run into some Tantrum House folks. But before I do that, I do want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. We've got Wall Zap displayed here in the background, and it's a system that allows you to magnet your games to the wall, which is pretty clever. You can make your boxes into box art. They've got a magnetic hanging structure, and they also have like clasps that you can use to hold the lids shut, which is pretty clever. And then they also have brand new art that you can metal connect to the wall. Look at that. That's like a suck-on super magnet. They've got a bunch of different styles of magnet background that you can put up, as well as these guys all have like movable features, which is kind of cool. So you can kind of rearrange it the way you want to. They have like superhero ones, a bunch of other ones. So check that one out. It's probably too high for the frame. I wasn't looking at my camera angle. You can just reapply it wherever you want and center it, and it's got super grip. Pretty slick. Check out wallzap.com. But let me get to my 5 conventions that you might run into us at. So the first one that's coming up is called Fabled Con. It's a brand new one. It's actually coming to our hometown. It's going to be here in Greenville, South Carolina, at the convention center. It starts May 31st. You can learn more at, I think, fabledcon.com is the website. If not, you can go to tabletop.events and you can find it on there. Badges are on sale, and a couple people from our crew are going to be there hanging out. I think it's going to be a small event, but I have a feeling it has the potential to grow quite a bit. And it's going to be, I think, focused more on the social deduction side of things, like fabled characters are the ones that are from Blood on the Clock Tower. So I think there's going to be plenty of other gaming and learn to play events and things like that as well. But if you enjoy the social deduction style games, I think there's going to be a bunch of those going on. The next one that you might run into us at is Origins, which is coming up June 18th through the 22nd. It's in Columbus, Ohio. Sarah and I are actually going to be running the Genius Games booth, so definitely come by and say hi to us. We're going to be demoing all of their games for super smart people that I shouldn't be playing anyway, but they're a blast. They're a lot of fun stuff, and you can find us at Origins in Ohio. The same weekend, we won't be there, but hopefully some other folks from our crew are going to make it down to the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, which happens in Atlanta. It's a little bit earlier this year. I think they've got like the World Series or something going on down there. I don't remember what it is. All-Star baseball game or something. So that bumped their event. It's the same week as Origins, which is a bummer because I want to be there. It's a super great time. My kids love it. If you ask them, like at a secret corner when I'm not within earshot, they'll tell you it's their favorite con, more favoriter than Tantrum Con, which is terrible. Don't listen to them, but it is actually a super great time. They got, video games, pinball games, retro gaming consoles, plus board games, plus wrestling, plus hot pepper eating challenges, plus Guitar Hero tournaments. Like, it's all kinds of fun stuff. You should check that one out if you're in the area. Coming up July 31st through August 3rd is Gen Con in Indianapolis. It's the United States' largest board gaming convention. It's crazy. If you haven't been to that one, you got to go check it out. A bunch of us from the Tantrum House crew will be there playing games. Again, you might find me and Sarah at the Genius Games booth having some fun. And man, Gen Con is massive. It's huge. They sold out last year. There was more people than needed to be there. It's such a big event. It's humongous. If you haven't been to Gen Con, you got to check it out, Indianapolis. And then the final event, the next in the list, I guess, is Spiel Essen, which is October 23rd through 26th in Essen, Germany. That's the world's largest board gaming convention. Sarah and I will also be there. I think maybe Jonah and Chantel are coming to that one. You can find us amongst the international experience of board gaming that is Essen. So check that one out if you get a chance. Let me know in the comments which ones are you going to be at any of them? Are we going to run into you guys? We'd love to see your faces, say hi, connect. If you do see us, be sure to come up and say hi. Like if we're hanging out with you here, we want to hang out with you in person even more. It'd be lots and lots of fun. We'd love to see you at any of those. Let us know where we might run into you. I think we're going to head back to the couch for our next one. Here we go.
Welcome back to the couch. I'm here to talk to you about the Alloyed RPG. This is an RPG that was created by some local folks that met up with us recently. They live just over in Pickens, which is also here in the upstate South Carolina. And it is supposed to be an easy access RPG. They were saying that you can teach someone how to play and get them going in about 10 minutes. So here what I've got is their core book and a additional campaign. It's a thinner supplement, but this one introduces the new Hinterland campaign area. And then if you go into the core book, we'll show you there are some basic rules just to get you started. Let me show you one of these. So there's these tables that you could roll on. Looks like you could roll a d10 to get some of those. And I think the way they've done it is they don't want people to be overwhelmed with possibilities. So like everything's an item. Like if you have spells, your spells count as an item. So if one person has a bunch of spells, another person might have a bunch of items, and those people are about equivalent. One of the things they did, let me go back to the bestiary, is they wrote their bestiary based on miniatures that already existed. So if you find a miniature that you really like, such as this Plague Hunter, you can see their stats and everything, and then you can go, and there are STL files, I believe they're all open source, but you can look up this Plague Hunter miniature and then print it yourself if you have access to do that, or your local library allows you to do 3D printing, which is pretty cool. All of these materials that they've provided, from what I understand, they're all free to download on their site, Alloyed RPG. But if you want to purchase a book or something, there is a cost to have it printed. In addition to the core book and all of these supplemental campaign materials they're doing, they also have quick D6 core rules. This is an even more streamlined version of the RPG, just with D6. And these, you can get someone started in like 2 minutes or something like that. And you just roll everything. So you roll your abilities, you roll a d6 and figure out your class, your starting gear, your weapons, your magic. You just keep rolling d6, and then you end up with a character, and you can go right into the adventure just real quick. So there's supposed to be something that can help someone who maybe hasn't played an RPG before just get right into playing an RPG without a whole lot of research and previous prep time, that they can just step right in. So check them out. They are local to us and some great people just producing RPG materials because they love RPGs and they want more people to be able to play. So check it out, Alloyed RPG. And I believe we're heading back to the table.
We're at the table. Oh no, we cut Melissa out. Somebody adjust that camera. Melissa's also sitting here.
You exist too.
Slide on her for a little bit. We'll get you in there. We've got sausage on the table. This is from Joking Hazard. Yeah, that makes sense. And they've got a couple of teeny tiny box games that they've just come out with. And before we even jump into it, I'll say that for being this size of a box, this is a surprisingly entertaining game. We've set it out on the table. Basically, all the cards just stack into one deck. They fill up the whole thing. We've got our little cheat sheet cards, which tell us how to play. And basically, on your turn, you're going to be taking 2 cards, I believe. It's been a while since I've looked at this. And adding them to your personal tableau of connected sausages. So you can take a body portion, and in order to have a complete sausage, you have to have 1 head, 1 body, and 1 more head on the other end.
Okay.
And at the end of the game, we are trying to achieve this goal. Whoever has the most bindiest sausage, so 3 minimum bins will qualify for it. Whoever has the most will get 4 points. Whoever has the least will get -2.
Whoa.
We're also trying to, each time we're able to complete one of these goals, we'll claim it for the points that are on it. If you want to just grab 2 for the fun of it, we'll pretend like we know what we're doing. Oh, we can't see our bindi sausages. I took up the whole screen.
You
Oh no.
are too zoomed in.
Too tight. We might have to, I'll do a little quick zoom back out in a second. I'm building my sausage right here, but I'm going to put them down here. take a turn, Ryan, and I'll zoom back out.
What's there's like these little. Oh, I only.
Do we
took
draw
one,
another head? Or?
So,
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep, new one comes out each time. There we go. Now we can see it.
Okay. All right. So I would just go with these two.
Now, if you read your little cheat sheet, you'll see that there are additional bonuses for the different types of sausages that we're able to put together each round. So if I am able to connect 2 saucy sausages, I believe I get an extra turn. So I'm going to definitely claim this guy, and I would then also get to these get replenished, and then I would be able to put this guy down here. Oh, I should have done it differently. I'm going to do this one first. Then I don't get a second turn. Man, it's so hard to know what to do. And then I would get an extra turn, and I can start a new sausage anywhere as long as they're able to be continued. And anytime I'm able to create one of the mystery meat icon circles, which you can almost see right there, I get to draw from the mystery meat pile, and that's going to give me, this one gives me bonus points at the end of the game. They might give you powers to be able to bite off the head of somebody else's hot dog or burn one, chomp it off. This guy protects me though, my little pig in the blanket shield, which you also can't see. When I put that on the end, you can't eat that end of him.
The pastry is like armor.
It is like armor.
This makes me want
pastry
brats.
armor.
All right. I am trying to find.
Right? You're trying to find the things to make it. Oh, she's close.
Oh, she's close to a
She's
bendy.
getting a bendy. Now that's the end game goal. Anytime we can achieve one of these throughout the course of the game. So if you can get a bendy head,
okay,
you could potentially score that on your
Actually,
turn.
I'm gonna do that. I think.
There you go. Protect him.
Okay.
Spicy hot dogs are going to be worth more points at the end of the game if you can get 2. Oh, that would be worth so much money. So many points.
I know. I didn't connect any of the right things together.
It doesn't matter as long as it's on the same dog. Okay. So he's got lots of points. If you get a spicy head, it's like 2 points extra for each spicy one that matches. Saucy ones give you an extra turn. Whoever has the most green in their hot dog at the end of the game is going to get extra points.
Yeah.
And then if you had managed to get this guy, if you had done this one instead, can we see this on the camera? Then you would have achieved the wormy sausage.
Yeah.
So you would get this card, which is worth 3 points at the end of the game. You'd also immediately get a mystery meat. Let's see what we got up here. Chomp, which you can immediately
I can
play.
chomp someone else's.
Right.
Okay.
Chomp my head off. All kinds of crazy stuff. So it's definitely a take that style, make connections. But there is some puzzle solving to try to be able to achieve these new ones that these come out throughout the course of the game. And then once we have played through, once one stack is gone, either the heads or the bodies, the game will end. And then we'll compare points. We'll see who does have the bendiest. We'll add up all the points from our mystery meats that we've gotten and from other goals.
Okay.
And then we'll also score each of the individual sausages that are on our table. So if you had the most green on the table, you get 4 extra points. Your purples can't be chomped. If you get the sausage, you get the extra turn. And if you get the spices, it's a point extra for each spicy sausage in your connection.
Okay.
So you total up all those points and find out who the sausage king is. And then you shove it all back into this tiny little box and you take it with you everywhere you go because it's so easy to play and pull out. And then we haven't played hot dogs. Maybe we'll look at that on another episode. I assume it's some similar ideas going on, but everything just stacks into one nice little deck and you pull it back out to play. And
Sweet.
It's a fun little time. Our kids were going crazy. And I think usually by the end of the game, depending on your player count, you're going to have like 3 finished sausages on the table. And then that's like the round goal for the entire game, but you have a bunch of those, so you could be trying to get the longest sausage in general or have the most mystery meats. So different in-game goals will determine how you play it, because when we played through the other time, it was like have the most sausages, so everybody wanted head, body, head. But if you're going for the longest sausage, everybody wants body. And so even the way you change your strategy is going to be just a little bit different each time. That is sausages from Joking Hazard. I think we're gonna head back over to the table or the couch. Oh, it's doing so good. Ryan was running away and threw me off. Let's see what we got over there.
Come join us, folks.
Yes. We are going to play Impostor Syndrome. This is also from Indie, or no, we didn't. The other one was yellow. Indie Boards and Cards.
Different company.
Different company.
In
this game, yes, you're gonna look at them. In this game, we will have some competitors and some modifiers, and we will secretly give one player the imposter card, and they are going to have to blindly select a competitor with a modifier that is going to be best described with
Like Spyfall.
or
Chameleon. Yeah.
But
they won't know.
what's different about this?
Everybody at home can guess who they think the imposter is.
Okay.
Which one of us is going to get this imposter card? So, Will, did I give you some cards?
You didn't try not to give me the imposter because I don't think I can read the cards from here.
All right. Will, you may have to come around and sit on the floor. All right.
We may have to have someone, read them.
I did not. Am I on? Are they?
Are we able to see them?
Yeah. There we go. I'm
Can
gonna
we see the
slide it up.
table?
All right.
Okay,
So
can
I'm
we
gonna
move
give
from
everybody. You may
Everyone's
get
having problems.
a player key
There we go.
that looks like this.
We can
That's
see
going
them.
to tell you which card we're going to be
Okay.
working on. All right. Now,
I'm definitely gonna have to move. I can't see.
so we know
I'm
which.
not the imposter. Don't be thinking I am.
All right, we're going to roll the
Scoot over,
dice.
Ryan.
And whatever-
Maybe I'll find it in the middle. Here you go.
Okay.
Slide in the middle.
Whatever the number is, that's going to be the number on your key. Your key is going to look like this.
This thing.
All right, here's the roll. The roll is 61.
Okay.
So you're on your player key. You're going to look for number 61, and that will tell you what.
Ooh. What do you do if it doesn't?
You may have cards that don't fit, and that will make you look like the imposter. So we all know what the number is based.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Whoa.
to cover that up so
Yeah.
we can't see it now.
Okay.
And we know what. If you have a key and not the imposter, you'll know which card we are trying to pick a character.
Yeah.
And you have to read all the cards so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, but we all do know what the card is.
Unless
Okay, this is
You're the imposter.
Right.
fantastic.
Trying to make it sound like I'm not.
trying to sound like you
Slide
ain't.
it up just a little bit so we can
Okay.
see them on camera a little better.
All right.
All right.
All right.
It does make it hard depending on what cards you have, really.
Yes.
Yep.
Because
I hope this applies.
sometimes there might be some of these. I tried to. They all came out and they're all very different. Sometimes there's a couple that might be real close, but your cards may not have anything to do with the actual answer.
Right,
So
and
they
you at
just
home
got-
obviously didn't see the goal, so you basically are an imposter as well. So you will be able to tell. Maybe you'll be able to tell if we all hone in.
Ryan
for
might be
mine.
able to tell them.
I think they might be able to guess. Like you guys trying to
You
guess who the
guess
imposter is
who
because
the
you don't know
imposter
either.
is.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right,
Do
so
we put
I
the
will
cards at the same time
actually
in order?
say, we secretly pick the challenge. We're gonna reveal the challenge, and then we will go one by one why you picked the cards
And I
that
think
you
we picked
picked.
2 cards, right?
Yeah, you
You
need
pick
a
two.
Both a
a
competitor,
competitor
and
with a
a
modifier.
Yep.
Okay.
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 But is this your trying not to be too obvious?
No,
Or-
because she's gonna actually
Oh,
reveal
so
it.
we.
So your job is
You'll
to-
know,
your
but
job
now
is
you
to-
have to give a reason
In
why
this one,
you
it's
picked.
more about the sales pitch afterwards than it is lying up front. Because
All right,
now we're gonna be
so-
like, the reason I picked these 2 cards, obviously.
We have 61. It is H. So we're looking for a story about H. Do you want to go first, Will?
Sure. All right, so I am Smokey the Bear, but I'm riding on a horse because that's not going to work at all. And so giant bear on a horse, useless, nothing's happening. I'm not achieving anything. I've squashed my horse. I'm a bear, so it's not like I got any useful things going on in general. Smokey Bear on a horse.
Okay. All right. My card is Clifford the Big Red Dog, but 3 feet tall. That's a
Aw.
normal dog.
Pretty
Not
good.
helpful.
3 feet tall.
Clifford was
I mean,
helpful
it's a big dog.
at
It's standing.
It's a
7
Great
feet,
Dane.
Okay.
but at 3 feet, normal dog.
However, dogs
I
are the
don't-
most helpful animals.
Dogs
there
are useful,
Okay.
especially if it's a normal-sized dog.
Sometimes
Well-
dogs are useful. Clifford, I don't know how useful he would be small.
I have Ebenezer Scrooge with a samurai sword, And basically, of all people that I imagine wielding a samurai sword, Ebenezer Scrooge is one of the
Bottom of the
most
barrel.
incompetent. And you know what? I don't even think he would care enough to do anything with that sword. It's not like he's going to go help somebody.
Maybe he's like little Timmy doesn't need that leg. Doesn't need that leg anymore.
Or it's the Disney one and it's Scrooge McDuck and he's all
Mine's-
about the cane.
Luke Skywalker with cybernetic enhancements because
He already
Doesn't
has
Luke
cybernetic
Skywalker have cybernetic enhancements?
Yeah.
so he's useless.
I think Kevin was thinking that he was going to wrestle an alligator or...
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with Winnie the Pooh with X-ray vision. That provides
Most of them are
nothing
already
in the
naked
100-acre
anyway.
woods.
How much
None of them
honey-
are wearing pants.
How
like,
much honey is in this honey?
Ooh,
is in
oh, that's a
this?
good point.
He
In
does
the
not
tree.
need to see. He's gonna stick his face in it anyway. It's Winnie the Pooh. He doesn't care.
We can see which pots are empty.
Who
Ain't
you
nobody got time
at
for that.
home think is the imposter?
Ain't nobody got
Don't
time.
you-
Vote in the comments now. How do we vote? Do we use it a point? I don't remember what the voting system is.
Yeah.
I believe it is a.
I think it's a 1, 2, 3 point, and then whoever has the
But
most.
we'll
fingers
give
pointing
everybody
out.
at home just a second.
You
Yeah.
gotta see
To
my
vote.
other one.
That's
Do you
right.
think Will with Smokey the Bear, Sarah with Clifford the Big Red Dog, Melissa with
Little Red
Ebenezer
Dog.
Scrooge, Kevin with Luke Skywalker, or Ryan with Winnie the Pooh? Vote.
And we
Yeah.
aren't collaborating. We're not talking about it. We're just trying to figure the person out
Yeah.
in
Yes.
our head and then
Yes.
point it out, right?
Right.
Yes.
I think there maybe can be like discussion, but I think it's pretty much just like,
Yeah.
and go
Okay.
for the vote.
We
All
use
right.
2 cards, so can I point at 2 people?
Ooh, no.
No.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, Kevin.
Me? Yeah, I
2 votes for Kevin for Will.
Sure, I
What's Kevin
think it's Will.
Well, my other one was on steroids
Mhm.
or had a PhD in mathematics.
Oh, strong.
I'm telling you.
But your people.
But my person was the imposter.
Ah!
You had Smokey the Bear on a horse. I was like, that could win a go-kart race or win the Tour de France. Not
True.
completely useless.
Well, when she said go back and read them, I was like, oh no, he could win a go-kart race. And I was like, wait, it doesn't matter. We know who the imposter is. I'm good to go. But you're right. I could have leaned in.
So I will say the first time I played Spyfall,
Right.
very first time, we were at a convention
Of
with
course
a
you're the
bunch
spy.
of like people I don't know. I have the spy, and I'm still trying to figure out
How
how
to
the
play.
game
Plays,
works.
yeah.
And in that one, like at
You have
least
no
here,
information, right.
like you know what it is, so you can try to make
Yeah.
up a story.
Right, you
but
got
that
a
one,
minute and a half
it's
to,
like they're asking you questions, and
Yeah.
you're trying to answer them, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to look at all of the rooms.
But not be obvious that you're looking at all the rooms
Yeah.
because everybody else knows what the room is. Yeah, I think this one does fix some of those problems. I agree. Spyfall is very hard. Like, if you're not a good liar, if you're not comfortable in social situations, it's not going to work. This one, you can claim. I mean,
Oh, I had all
you,
of that.
you literally should have been like, you guys won't believe my cards.
I
They're
tried.
so good.
They were really good. On steroids
And
and
PhD
with
is pretty
PhD. I mean, that's Luke Skywalker normal.
Right.
It's normal
the,
Skywalker.
the greatest hero of the galaxy.
But you
Are
were
you
thinking
trying to
best
say
powerlifter.
that
Right,
Luke
breakfast
Skywalker
cereal
is
mascot.
useless to begin with?
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
On
My
May the
next
4th
no one's
weekend?
buying it.
Yeah, my next one was Queen Elizabeth with no money. Like
That's pretty easy.
I should
It
have
is
definitely
pretty
used the
useless.
Headless Horseman.
the headless
Horseman
horseman.
with-
I wanted Weird Al with a flamethrower. I don't know what that was
Nice.
going to be for, but
Yeah, they've got some fun ones in here for sure. I had Britney Spears, but then my other options were like has $1 million, and I was like, oh, everybody's good with $1 million.
that's $1 billion.
Billion
Yeah,
That's
dollars.
even more than $1
even
million.
more dollars. I also had Abraham Lincoln. I was like, he's pretty useful.
I got a lot of dogs.
It was either going to be Sonic the Hedgehog on a horse or Smokey the Bear on a horse, but I figured
I had Darth
Sonic on a horse
Vader.
could
I
still
could
sound
have gone
effective.
with
You
a.
could have done it.
Star Wars theme again.
Yeah.
I could have, yeah.
Oh, Kevin, yeah.
If he had
Luke
no
Skywalker.
if he had no
May the
money,
4th.
he wouldn't have been able to build the.
I was trying.
He still had his
Star.
powers though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I had
Oh, I
Superman,
should have done Superman.
Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I'm like, these aren't useless people.
Yep.
This is a better tie-in to the song that's coming in just a minute than I realized. let's segue to that because I think we're pretty much wrapping up the show.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in and having some fun with us. We always enjoy when you guys are here and interacting with you. Lots of fun.
Ooh.
Hopefully we will see you at some of those conventions. It'd be fantastic.
Okay.
I've got a song for you coming up.
Let's do it.
Let me give a little tiny bit of history to it.
Okay.
This song is inspired by a song that came out 20 years ago.
Wow.
Oh.
This is
More
in the,
than 20
This
years.
is in the Strong Bad era, which is
Okay.
why I had the Trogdor game over there. Because, I think 2005-ish probably is when I saw it. And it's like an ode to the epic superhero battle of all time. Like every superhero fighting each other. It was illustrated in Flash. It looked terrible. However, at the same time, it looked amazing because nobody else was doing Flash at the time. And so that song has inspired me for generations, or at least for 20 years. So I made a little ode to that song coming up. So if you see little clips of it, it's not really a parody because I'm not making fun of it.
Okay.
I'm not stealing it. It's like
An
it's
homage.
like an ode, an homage. That sounds
Yes.
good. So stick around for that. Should be lots of fun. And you can follow the link at the end if you want to go see all of the lip sync videos that we did. You can catch Ryan's from last week. Or you can catch Kevin's from last week. Ryan's, I think, is coming up next month.
Ooh.
So be ready for that.
Yeah.
The other Ryan. I pointed this way, which kind of looked like I was pointing at this Ryan. Is that Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other
look
Ryan.
for
The unseen
look.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I'll get out of, this Ryan will get out of the way.
You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Thanks a bunch. Bye.
Bye.
In a galaxy far where the stars collide, every hero and villain steps up to decide who's the mightiest, the bravest, the best of them all. The whole earth trembled as they answered the call.